Aquarius, welcome to your year overview for 2019. Just to let you know that this is a general reading, and if you want a personal reading, you can go to my website at www.spiritualreadings.net and go to step 1 to book that reading, and then step 2 to purchase that reading. You can check out your moon sign and rising sign, because that can give you a better overview of like the whole year for you as well, and give you a complete picture. Also, just to let you know, there will be a love reading coming up, so do watch out for that. And please do like and subscribe to my channel as well. Be very much appreciated, and if there's any constructive feedback you'd like to give me, then that'd be great as well. Alright, so I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to get straight into the reading. So I'm going to start with the month of January. So we've got the Judgment card in the upright, and we've got the King of Cups in the reverse. So the Judgment card in the upright shows perhaps some decision that needs to be made. Or perhaps you've had like an epiphany moment. Perhaps something surfaced where you've been able to make some form of decision. Okay, it's kind of like having the light bulb moment here. And with the King of Cups, there could be that water sign around you. It could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. So maybe there's some decision you need to make in regards to a water sign. Okay, and this King of Cups in the reverse position, with it being a water sign, it could be someone who's quite emotionally manipulative, someone who's quite abusive emotionally, someone who's quite emotionally unstable. Okay, and a bit resentful as well. And perhaps some decisions you need to make about this person, especially if it's in a relationship. You know, they could be acting emotionally out of sorts, being a bit unstable, quite manipulative. And perhaps you've had some awakening or some form of an epiphany moment where you realise this person wasn't what they appeared to be. Or that perhaps not good with them being in your environment, especially in a work environment. This person's perhaps quite manipulative, and you've discovered that. Alright, so it could be someone within a work environment, it could be someone in a relationship, or perhaps it could represent you where you've had clear insight into something here, where you're able to make a decision. But this decision perhaps is going to cause you to feel emotionally probably out of sorts or a bit unstable if it isn't a water sign around you. So looking in the month of February, we've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse, and we've got the King of Wands in the upright. So perhaps emotionally not feeling content in February, Aquarius. Alright, and the reason for that, perhaps you've got some fire sign around you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, this person is perhaps causing you to feel emotionally perhaps this is affecting your happiness on an emotional level. This fire sign is affecting your emotional happiness on a like I said, an emotional level, really. And maybe perhaps either they're not happy with what's going on in a situation, and they're not feeling emotionally content. Okay, but the King of Wands normally represents someone who's quite courageous and charismatic person. Someone again who's a go-getter, who's quite, you know, passionate about what they want. And it could be that they're looking at this and perhaps they're looking like they're not emotionally content in a situation. Okay, perhaps they're not happy, or they don't feel emotionally happy. Alright, or either that's you with them in a situation or them with you. And it could be within a, like I said, it could apply to a work or a romantic situation. But I feel like it could be more a romantic situation because there is a Nine of Cups involved. It's on an emotional level, something where emotions have been heavily invested in something here. So emotionally, you could be feeling a bit off kilter, and not feeling content. And it could be because of possibly to do with a fire sign around you in the month of February. Looking in the month of March, you've got the Magician card in the upright, and you've got the Page of Pentacles in the upright. So this looks quite positive. I mean, if you look at the cards as well, the amount of yellow that appears in both the cards, it shows there's going to be some sort of It's gonna be like a positive month for you in March, Aquarius. It could be because with the Magician card in your upright, something is going to be manifested because you've got the tools, the resources, and the wisdom to do that. And that might be a Page of Pentacles. It could be a business offer or a financial offer that's going to come through that's long term. And this could be your first step towards success, or first step to establish something here in the long run. Alright? And the reason for that is because you can manifest it. And it's going to be something solid that's going to be presented to you. Okay, because Page can represent communication, don't forget. So there could be some news about something on a material financial level. And if it's a love relationship, perhaps something is going to manifest where it's a long-term, the relationship has long-term potential, really. So, which would work out for you really well. But March looks like a positive month for you, Aquarius. So with the advice card as being for the first quarter of 2019, you've got the Queen of Ariel. And it represents as being a mature, practical, generous and happy energy. Alright? And your advice is to nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful, practical and wise advice. Okay? So sometimes it's good to nurture yourself, Aquarius, and to take some good advice as well. So maybe if you need to nurture your inner child more, and to basically be more practical and generous when dealing with certain situations. I feel like you're abundant and being able to establish yourself in a situation as well. In the month of April, Aquarius, you've got the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, and you've got the Nine of Wands in the upright. So the Wheel of Fortune showing here, the month of April things will work in your favour, but the Nine of Wands is telling you not to give up. To keep carrying on, keep persevering. Because the Wheel of Fate will work in your favour. And that can apply to any area of your life. There's nothing really specific. I think it is what it is really, to be fair. Okay, I think it's energy of things that are going to move in your favour, but not giving up in a situation. See how that applies. Looking in the month of May, we've got the Moon card in the upright, and we've got the Pentacles in the upright. So the Moon card can represent secrets, things not what they appear to be. Okay, and there could be quite a lot of emotions tied into this as well. And it could be there's some unequal give and take, either in a relationship, in a job situation. If it's a relationship, it could be one-sided. Alright, but perhaps some secrets surrounding the relationship. If it's in a business arena, perhaps there's some equal give and take financially. Okay, maybe someone's getting paid more than you, or someone's getting more credit than you are in a work situation. Or perhaps there's some secrets surrounding you in which perhaps you invested in one thing compared to the other. Looking in the month of June, we've got the Lovers card in the upright, and we've got the Empress card in the upright. Again, quite positive energies. If you look at both the cards, have the yellow in the background. All right, and the warmth of the two of the cards, as you can see. And the Love cards in the upright could represent a destined, fated relationship. It's working in partnership with each other if it's on a business sense, but in a relationship it could be a soulmate type relationship here. And with the Empress card upright associated with this, it seems like there's going to be a lot of nurturing within the relationship. You're going to feel like the relationship's going to become abundant. Things are kind of going to sort of develop really well as you expect it to. And there's perhaps a lot of love in the relationship if you do come across someone new. There could be a lot of love in the relationship. You feel like this is perhaps a fated relationship that's come forward. It could possibly be a Taurus or a Libra individual just because of the Venus sign here. But this person, nevertheless, is quite a nurturing person that's going to come forward. Someone's quite abundant, that's going to provide a lot of sort of opportunities in this relationship as well. All right, if it's in a work partnership, then I feel like this is going to bear fruit. This is going to perhaps prosper as well if you're forming a partnership or alliance with somebody. Because those are not all just about relationships. It can be about forming an alliance with someone where you're working in partnership with each other as well. So your advice card for the second quarter in the year 2019, Aquarius, you got the Six of Michael. Six of Michael represents here, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. Relocation or travel. So this is very much represents the Six of Swords in the tarot deck. Okay, so moving forward to calmer waters. All right, see the end result. Okay, and make new plans to perhaps make things better for yourself. And if you need to relocate or travel, then now is the best time to do it in the second quarter of 2019. Looking in the third quarter, Aquarius, you've got the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Sorry, the Ten of Wands in the reverse. And you've got the Two of Swords in the reverse. Now, Ten of Wands in the reverse, perhaps dumping something here, letting go of something. Okay, letting the responsibility off your shoulders. It's because now you made a decision with the Two of Swords in the reverse. You're not going back and forth about what you want to do. You're not feeling indecisive about a situation. You've let go of the responsibilities and now you've made a choice about something. So now you can let go of all the burdens that were on your back to do that. In the month of August, there could be some form of defeat here. Someone's had the upper hand in the month of August, and this could cause some sorrow, regret, and loss. And it could be someone had upper hand in the relationship or a career situation. But either way, it seems like the sorrow, regret is focusing on this defeat. The defeat that's happened, there seems to be some regret here. If it was in the other direction, it seems like they're not focusing on that. Okay, it shows here with the Two of Cups here, it seems like they've got a better outcome, but in this position here, it seems like there's been some form of defeat because the Three of Cups are facing towards defeat here. They're focusing on this loss or just defeat that's been happening. Alright, but don't forget there's Two Cups behind this person, so not all hope is lost. But there seems to be some sort of defeat or regret here in the month of August. Looking in the month of September, Aquarius, you've got the Death card in the upright and you've got the Hierophant in the upright. So it seems like there's going to be some transformations taking place in September. Okay, something's going to transition for you. And it could be that you're able to perhaps change your belief systems with a Hierophant, because a Hierophant can represent your belief systems. It can represent commitment. So there could be a change in your belief system even, or your values. Or something's going to transform or transcend to a higher level with a form of commitment. So there could be that the relationship's going to develop to a new higher commitment because changes have taken place. Or your beliefs and values about something's going to perhaps change as well. So it seems like September's going to be quite a transformative month for you, Aquarius. And it could be that because now perhaps you're committed to something to transform whatever it is what you want to do in your life. And it could possibly be a Taurus around you as well, because the Hierophant does represent a Taurus person as well. Bear that in mind. Looking in the month, so in the third quarter, your advice card is, you got the Ace of Michael. Ace of Michael is a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road hinder your progress. Clear up communication, communication problems with others. So this is about developing new ideas and not allowing anything to basically impede your progress to move forward. And if there's been unclear communication, then give better communication with that person to clear up any misunderstanding that seems to be going on in the third quarter. Looking in the month of October, we've got the Eight of Swords in the reverse, and we've got the Four of Cups in the upright. So the Eight of Swords in the reverse can represent restriction, overcoming restriction, being set free from something, being released from something. Because now you're presented with the offer, but you're still evaluating to take this offer or not. You're not sure whether it's something you want to focus on. Because right now you just focus on these three cups. You're not really focused on the cup that's been presented to you. So you're perhaps contemplating whether to take this offer or not. It could be of emotional nature. Perhaps someone's going to make an emotional offer on a romantic level, but you're not sure whether to take it or not. Or it could be a work matter which you've heavily invested your emotions in. You're not sure whether this can be emotionally fulfilling or not for you. One way or the other, it seems like you haven't come out of some restriction because an offer is going to be presented, but you can evaluate it to see whether it's something you want to do and pursue further in the month of October. In the month of November, it seems like here, Aquarius, you're overcoming some sort of worriment and anxiety in November. But it seems like you have to stand your ground on something here, or you've got some competitors that are standing against you. And perhaps that's the reason why you've got your guard up. And but it seems like you have to guard yourself against something. A group of people. It could be a stiff competition at work. It could be that you have to guard yourself in a relationship. It could be that on a personal level that you're experiencing a lot of worry, anxiety, but you're kind of coming out of it in the reverse position. But still you've kind of got your guard up. You're kind of having to defend yourself against a group of people here in November. In December, you've got the Ten of Swords in the upright and you've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. The Ten of Swords in the upright shows here that this person, perhaps in a situation, you're being betrayed in a situation, you've been stabbed in the back. And it could be with a fire sign, it could be with an Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. And the Queen of Swords in the the Queen of Wands in the reverse, could represent, like I said, the fire sign person. And this person could be quite spiteful, bitchy, arrogant, hot-tempered even. And they've caused you quite a lot of hurt and betrayal in the month of December. It could be on an emotional level, it could be on a career front, that's sort of fire signs betrayed you. So your advice card is for the fourth quarter, you got the Seven of Michael. So just showing here, there's a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. So the Seven of Michael here is seeing things for what they really are. Okay, and perhaps you need to take a better course of action to resolve a situation. And rather than doing it by yourself, maybe you need to work with other people to help you out. And make sure that you review all the details carefully to make sure that you're not going to be deceived by anything. Alright, Aquarius, so that's your reading for 2019 overview. One thing also I'd like to mention is that the advice card. I've noticed that you've got 3 blue cards here, which represents the Swords energy in the normal tarot. So there could be a lot of mental stuff that you're having to deal with in the year 2019 that you need to bear in mind. So just to make you aware of that. But yeah, otherwise Aquarius, overall not too much of a bad reading. Perhaps near the end things perhaps going to be a bit more tumultuous. But things always, sometimes you have good times, you have bad times, but I'm sure things will improve. And but yes, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next month. Thank you.